We might find ourselves actually debating on opposite sides today, which I'm very excited to see if we're going to do. I'm sorry. No,
I think the answer is no.
Absolutely not. Is the soap dirty or is the floor clean?
I love this one. This is so inane. You got to take your South African roots out of this. You don't. You do it afterwards.
No.
You don't do it at all.
Oh, of course I do. Who does? Who gossips more, men or women? Women.
Women. It has everything to do with how you reach for the toilet paper. There was one thing that I did want to unsee recently. It was a guy in a crop top.
So, laughing.
Okay, it's already starting.
Talking to your pets as if they were human is normal. Yes, we all do it. Hello everyone, this is the Munch Corner podcast. We are your hosts, Savannah, and this is my husband, Omar.
And we are thrilled to be here with another wonderful episode
Do you
for
have
you.
fire in you today? Because I know I do. You need it for debates. You got
Okay,
it?
I think I do.
We might find ourselves actually debating on opposite sides today, which I'm very excited to see if we're going to do.
Well, we're going to find out.
Yes.
But who's going to win the debate?
Well, we're going to have to see.
Might be a draw.
Yes.
So we are surrounded by our
Coffee.
debate mugs, which
Yeah.
are our dragon mugs.
We have dragons on our mugs.
Yes.
One of our absolute favorites in the US.
And no sip.
And
so-
we're going to take a sip. Good luck. Make the best debater win.
May the best debater win.
All right. Okay, so we're just going to keep it so lighthearted today with everyone. If you feel like you have some controversial stuff that you want to bring out in you and you've got the fire to debate with us as our third party, please do it.
I have to share with you, having the coffee in our cups has given me a boost.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm on fire, as you've asked me to be.
All right. Well, I'm going to put my game face on then too.
Game
So,
face is on.
We
Let's
have 13 debate topics and questions. It's, again, we're not going to go in deep dives, but we might as well laugh and enjoy it together.
This is to have fun, and we'll just bring a little bit of joy to our little community.
All right. Socks with sandals should be considered fashionable.
I think you and I are going to be on the same page.
I'm sorry. No,
I think the answer is no.
absolutely not.
So-
I don't get it. It looks strange. I mean, I've seen some people manage to pull it off with depending on the sandal and depending on the sock.
I don't know that I've seen anybody pull it off.
I don't know.
You're
I'm
being
sorry,
very
you're not
generous out there.
You're not going to see me doing that. I don't.
No, I think sandals are sandals, and that's supposed to be barefoot. And then whether they're open-toed or not
But that's what a
open-toed,
sandal is.
That's what a sandal is.
Supposed to be worn.
and then the
barefoot.
socks are like for everything else that's closed-toed.
Exactly. I do agree.
So
So-
I don't even know if I completely agree with the like absolutely short sock. That's a completely
No,
different
it's
debate.
still a sock. No. Don't.
See,
Whether
I
it's
knew-
short, long,
I-
fat, skinny, fluffy, I
knew
don't care.
What would you think about having the open-toed sandal with the sock that's really short, like at your ankle?
No. It's
Doesn't
a
it
no.
make any better?
It's a no for me. No. No. Next.
Okay,
All right.
I think we're out on this one.
So, does pineapple belong on pizza?
What did you say? You and I are going to be on opposite sides on this one.
No, it does not. I do not
So
like
I am a
pineapple on
fan
pizza.
of the pineapple and the Hawaiian pizza concept. And it's not that I would have it all the time, but it's a great alternative, especially if it's deep dish, thick crust, and it's like the perfect mix of like ham and pineapple.
Can I tell you why it's a no for me?
Of
I have
course.
such a hard time mixing fruit and like cooked.
How can you say that? A tomato is a fruit.
Oh, please. Are we going to go into that debate?
We're gonna go
It's
in-
not on the list, but it is a fruit. I
Yes,
do agree.
it is a fruit. So you
It
think
is
of it this
not-
way. It's just like another fruit that you're having
It's
on
a
your
savory
pizza.
fruit often used in food. Pineapple is not savory.
It is
I
not
think we can all
savory.
agree on that point.
Okay, but in the realm of maybe the odd unclassical pizzas. Okay, so let's just go down that path, right?
Like pineapple on pizza, the Hawaiian pizza.
Like the Hawaiian pizza. People love having like a barbecue pizza.
Who's people?
Obviously, it's offered at like
You
BJ's
just don't
or-
like barbecue, which is why you're complaining.
No. Well, the reason I make the comment is because, unfortunately for us, you got to take your South African roots out of this. For us in the United States, oftentimes barbecue is sweet.
Yes.
And so when you have like a barbecue chicken pizza, It is kind of a sweet pizza because
What does pineapple have to do with this?
it's just the sweetness part. This is the
It's
comparison.
the fruit part of putting it on pizza. It doesn't belong.
So why don't you care about the
No,
fruit?
I tolerate it if I really need
She
to.
tolerates
I'm
it.
sorry. It's not that it's disgusting. It just doesn't taste right. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
So we are on opposite ends.
We are on
Let's
opposite
keep
sides.
scores over here, okay? How many times in this video are we going to agree?
Well,
We'll keep score right
we're,
here.
we're at 1
How
and
does
1
that
right
sound?
now.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll let our editor keep score.
And as much as I do enjoy this little debate, it's more fun for me to tease Savannah to actually get more out of her. So I do enjoy getting her all fired up.
You tease me. I'll give you something to.
Oh, I like the challenge.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
take
no,
it.
no, no,
Let's
no.
take it.
I will-
Take it. We're taking a challenge here. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll give you something to be sorry about for teasing.
Oh,
me.
God.
So let's continue. Would you consider a block of cheese to be a loaf of milk? No. Or a block of milk?
Is a block of cheese a loaf of milk?
Or a block of milk, however you want to look
A
at
block
it.
of milk.
Clearly, it's not a loaf.
It's, I would say neither. You'd be like saying
Just because
tub of
milk
sour
is used
cream
to make
is-
cheese.
yeah, well, how would you
Oh,
treat
milk.
it?
A milk of a tub of sour cream is milk. It's like, well, yeah, it is milk.
Well, I mean, it's all
Because
dairy
it's-
based, of
yes.
course. I mean, I don't know who would come up with that, but I guess it's a fun debate. This reminds me of some of the debates that we've seen out there that they just don't make a lot of sense, but people are very passionate about it.
Yeah, it's a no.
No,
for
I don't- I do
me.
not
So
see
we
it as
agree
a
on that
loaf of
one. That's a
milk, yeah.
strange one. So, okay.
So
I'd love to
that's
see
2
what
and
your
1.
answer is going to be on this one. Don't
right.
worry, the editor's going to keep count.
Okay, all right, this is good.
So, do you wet your toothbrush before or after you apply the paste?
Take a look at me. What am I?
Wow, this is a very interesting one
What's yours?
because I wet it afterwards. You do
Okay.
it before.
No.
You don't. You do it afterwards.
No.
You don't do it at all.
Oh, of course I do. Who doesn't?
I don't know. Somebody does it. There's part of the debate, right?
No. If you are someone that does not wet your toothbrush with your paste,
Well,
it's
they may not want it to be extra frothy.
yeah, you're not going to get that right liquid consistency. I do both.
Why?
Because you're lathering up from the bottom and you're lathering up from the top.
What?
You know why I do
There's-
both?
there-
Can I
there-
tell you why I do both?
Well, you just said you did both.
No,
because you're lathering
there's
from the
another
top and
reason.
lathering from the bottom.
There's another reason.
Oh, there's more. Okay. Thanks.
The toothbrush has been sitting there. So by kind of rinsing it off and giving it a little shake, it's
Yes.
almost like you're cleaning it to use it.
Are you telling me that you don't like rinse it off after you use it?
Of course I do. I do
Okay,
both.
so it's gotten a little cleaning.
So it's like extra cleaning.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You should
Because it's
try
like been
something.
sitting there for like weeks probably before.
That is not what I said.
So
We brush our teeth twice a day. Thank you very
Yes,
much, and
that's
you
right.
know that.
I do, but that's why I had to tease
Okay.
you about it because that's a very.
So you just do it once after.
Yeah, just once afterwards.
Okay. The thing with only doing it once after is the water rolls off of the toothpaste. It doesn't actually sit on it or on the brush.
Well, I mean, it kind of does because you're not like caking the toothpaste on top, but you're covering the whole thing.
It depends. You
unlike-
actually put
unlike
too
the
little
toothpa-
toothpaste sometimes.
I'm sorry, I do. Because we do this for each other. We kind of set up our own toothbrushes at night. It's like whoever's there first will do it for the other.
Couple
But I-
girls.
And there's a couple times the reason I do that now for everybody to understand, you're making fun of me here, but the reality is I've done a bit more because I typically put more than Savannah does. And she's made the comment to me like,
Oh, you know what you've done before?
I think you put too much.
So let's
It's like,
just
okay,
explain
all right,
to
we're
the
co-
audience
we're
what we
gonna cut
mean
it back.
by putting toothpaste on our toothbrush for each other. If one of us is getting ready before the other, but the other one's going to be getting ready very soon, I'm already putting on mine, so I'm quickly going to put on his and put it next to the basin.
Right.
There's been times in the dark where you've put toothpaste on mine,
What? What?
but you've dropped it off the toothbrush.
Okay, so that's different. That's an accident. That's
And
an accident.
And I lift my toothbrush and I'm getting ready to brush my teeth and I look at him, he's like, is this a joke? He's like, what do you mean? It's like, no, there's nothing on here. And
Yeah,
there's a
and-
blob of toothpaste
Yeah, I
there on
think
the
that's
floor
that's
or on the
the
basin.
that's us just
It's
trying
being
to
dark.
be like
Yeah,
a little
that's-
quieter at night and going to bed
Mhm.
before, and we don't need a lot of light.
All right. So what orientation should toilet paper be hung? Over or under?
So this one,
Some people get really bothered by this one.
they do, and I asked the I think I would respond by depends on whether you have a cat.
Or a child like us that likes rolling the toilet paper off. So I think it's in both cases.
It's
Some people
I think
don't
it's
have neither of those, and they're still very specific.
well. This, I mean, I hate to break it to you. Can we just do this a little quietly? This falls into the other debate that we once had,
Which is what?
which is that funny Reddit story that we had about: do you stand up or do you sit down?
What does that have to do with this?
It has everything to do with how you reach for the toilet paper.
I do not need to envision that story again.
No, we probably
whether
don't.
you stand up
but
or
if you
sit
want to
down
see
to
it as in the
wipe.
past, it's a past episode that we actually had a fun time debating.
Oh
as
my
well.
gosh! If you want to laugh,
that was a
that is
hilarious
a
one.
pretty good one.
So I mean, for me, it would be
under.
Well, if you mean under, it means like it rolls around.
Yeah,
not
under.
not the other
But
way.
if you leave
No,
it
it rolls.
over, you're able to roll it off.
Right. So
which our toddler does.
Yes, I get that, and cats would do the same thing too.
Yes.
I prefer it over than
Okay.
under. That's just me.
All right. No,
And eventually, as our toddlers grow out of this phase,
honestly,
maybe
when I put it on, I don't.
The universe toilet paper can return back.
When I put it on, I don't even think of it one way or the other. However it goes on, it goes on. I don't do it specifically to one or the other. Do you?
Yeah, every time.
Okay.
And
I don't even think about it.
But you're welcome.
You'd say like I don't even put toilet paper on.
No, you do. It's nothing to do with that. It's just, but I do notice it does flip around with you. So I guess that makes sense. You're just randomly doing it.
So is it better to be underdressed or overdressed?
This reminds me of one of the weirdest questions I had in a personality test. And again, there's no right or wrong answer to it. And I will say the same thing over here. The weird question that was asked was, is it appropriate to dress in swimwear in New York City?
I'm sorry, what are you talking about?
What a weird question.
It was an absolutely weird question.
But that would be like so incredibly common in like Florida. I feel like.
Well, I mean, think of it this way. It's like you turn around and say, okay, there's no really right or wrong answer to this. Would you, and obviously in the dead of winter, you would never do it in New York City. Would you do it in New York City at all? No. If you were in Miami, I mean, maybe, I suppose.
Oh, but this brings me to another debatable question. Do you notice people walk around without shirts over here? Just to tan while they're walking in the neighborhood? I see it so often. It's guys. It's guys.
Well, no, I get that. But I mean, actually, no.
Would you see that in New York City? I don't think so.
No, I mean,
that's very rare.
There was one thing that I did want to unsee recently. It was a guy in a crop top.
Oh, hell no!
I wanted to unsee that. I couldn't.
No offense to anyone if you're a crop top kind of guy.
I just not want to unsee. I wanted to unsee that. This is a very strange question because it's really, is it appropriate for the setting you're in?
Well, we're talking about for the most part, right? I would rather be underdressed. I don't like being overdressed.
For the most part, I would say.
If we're thinking about most of the places we go to, I'd rather be underdressed.
All right, so
very casual.
So the U.S. tends to be overly casual. I think you should bring your best foot forward, honestly.
So you'd be overdressed instead.
I think I would err on a little more on that side than I would under. And so, for example, could you go and, I don't know, say at the grocery store, would I just wear a pair of sweats and a t-shirt? I mean, sure, I absolutely could. But I probably would err on.
Or show up to a coffee place with a suit on.
Well, I mean that's a bit extreme. I mean, so when I talk about over and under, it's like you've seen people walk in to like a restaurant and they're wearing the jammies.
Okay, but that's
that's like super underdressed,
that is
right?
American culture that somehow messed up somewhere.
But I mean,
I don't know.
That's
how
why
that
this
happened.
is kind of an interesting one. I think I would err more on the other side.
I would be under. You will be over.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
So in between us, we would be like really appropriate. Be right.
Balance each other out.
Balance each other out.
Okay. So talking to your pets as if they were human is normal.
Yes! Yes! That's an idiot. Yes!
Yes. We all do it.
Yeah, I think I would, yes.
Can I tell you why? But this is now, I feel like a little bit of the science behind it, is it's not about what you're saying.
That's very true.
It's about how you're saying it. It's your energy that you're getting across to the animal.
And the reason I took pause for a moment is because my sister and I were opposites with this. She would have a lot of very endearing, sweet conversations with particularly her dogs. And I always looked at her and she would have, I think, this over the top. And a lot of people look at their pets particularly as like calm fur babies. So I don't view I don't view dogs.
They're companions.
To me,
us.
they're absolutely amazing companions.
Family
They have
members.
beautiful souls and they're family members, but they are what they are. They're a cat or dog, parrot, whatever you want to have it. And so I would talk to them the
I
same
don't
way.
humanize them to the extent of it's a fur baby.
Yeah, I don't either. I know that other extreme, but I think in both cases you are 100% right. It is all about the tone and the energy you convey to them, because they obviously are not necessarily understanding exactly what you're saying. They will understand certain words,
yes,
right?
So they do pick up on like walk, dangerous word,
or cookie.
Yeah, cookie or
Or
food
or
or sit or
so they do
heel and
understand
things like
certain
that,
keywords, but I think in general
But
they,
yes, I
they
think
connect with
it's-
your energy.
yes. So I think people who find it strange that people are talking to an animal, whether it's a full-on conversation or just cues, it really just look at it. It really is the energy that you're bringing across to the animal.
And I think I can expand that out slightly, considering we're parents, to the idea that how do you talk to your children? And I always we tend to talk to our kids as just as we would normally do, a very sweet way.
Yeah, no, oh, little baby.
But we're not like we're not like adding completely different baby language. So, and again, parenting style, we're not going to say anybody's wrong or right or anything like that, but because I think at an earlier age they really do sense your energy as well. But I will always remember, and it made me laugh every single time, that Visa commercial that they had years ago, where husband calls into his wife and walks into the door after a day at work, and he's kind of tired. He's in a suit. Formal, and she's looking at him, and then she starts talking to him the same way she's been talking to their baby the entire day.
She's been home all day with the child.
How was worky today? Things like that. And he's like looking at her, and then the next,
you needed to get out.
And then he looks over to the side, and his next phone call is to Visa. Now, the Visa thing was completely clever. He was using the Visa for their rewards program, and the next thing they were is like they were both dressed up, and they had a date night, and they were going to see something like an event, and she was next to him talking normally, and so he was like back to being normal with her, as opposed to
when you are at home and
So-
you have not spoken to normal civilization outside of a child, which is why I feel like it is a very good thing to start just talking to your kids normally, like a
and
human being,
and
not
I
like
think
a
we have
baby.
from the beginning, as opposed to having like a substitute language that would be completely different. But again, their energy, they understand that, and pets are exactly the
I
same
do
way.
agree.
Yeah.
So laughing.
Okay, it's already starting.
I'm laughing because I am so guilty of this one. Laughing at your own joke increases the chance others will laugh.
That is 100% absolutely
It's not
true.
always the case, though, because if you start laughing as you're saying the joke and people just look at you, how embarrassing is that?
No, it isn't.
Some people's laughs are very, what's the term I'm looking for?
Laughable?
No. No.
Well, no, they can have a very unique laugh. My sister had one of those.
Yeah.
She had a very deep, it's hard to describe it, but when she got hyped up, it was like she was hyperventilating and laughing, and she couldn't stop. She was crying. But my dad was absolutely guilty of this. And sometimes the jokes for us were not in context we really understood, right? I mean, this is like much more for my dad and his generation. But when he heard the joke in his mind, right, if he was listening to it as he was saying it, he began to laugh. And he was laughing uncontrollably. And even though we didn't know the ending of the joke,
exactly.
we were getting to the point where we were laughing historically, and we didn't even know what the joke was about. And it began kind of the way it's a joke, and then afterwards it ended up just laughing, and it didn't matter what the joke was anymore. And so with my dad, I always remember those are like fond memories to me, when he would sit there and he couldn't finish the joke, and he would be in tears because he could not get it out.
Oh, it's hilarious.
So,
I do agree on that front.
So I think laughter is very
joke.
contagious.
That's the term I'm looking for. Other people's laughs can be very contagious, and that alone in itself is very funny. So I want to look at your face as I say this one.
Okay, I'm gonna look at yours too.
Pizza
tastes
better when it is. You want to finish the sentence?
Hot. That's when it tastes better.
Okay.
I am not a cold pizza fan. No, I'm not a cold pizza fan. I know it's like a food group for the colleges array.
The first time I did that, when I just pulled a slice of pizza out the Ziploc bag that you stored in the fridge.
Yes,
because
yes.
who stores pizza in a Ziploc bag?
It was a convenient size to fit the slice.
And I put it directly in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And you asked me, would you like to heat that up? Does it look like I want to heat it up?
That was your
Tastes good,
sarcastic
just like
response.
this.
Your sarcastic
I
response.
like cold pizza. I wouldn't go as far as to say it tastes better cold. I like them both equally.
Well, I'm happy for you and for the probably hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of people out there that actually...
We're millions.
We're
We
millions.
might even be in the billions. Come on, hop on board with me on this one.
But for me, it's like, no. I will have pizza only hot. I actually enjoy it that way. And so if you reheat pizza for me, you're warming it up. So
okay. Yeah.
It's okay.
Until I give you cold pizza one day.
I will still warm it up. It's not going to change. I won't give you
cold pizza, I promise. So if you drop soap on the floor.
Okay.
Is the soap dirty or is the floor clean?
No! I love this one. This is so inane. Unfortunately, the scientist in me comes out and it's like,
the spot
soap
has soap on it. Is it clean? Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
It could still be dirty.
Still be dirty, and I don't think the soap is any different.
So everyone, if this happens to you, just pick up the soap, rinse the soap off, and now your soap is clean.
So essentially what you're saying is both of them are dirty. The floor is still dirty and the soap is dirty, so you're going to wash the soap off.
Why do you have the soap out? To clean the dirty spot. And if you drop it on the dirty spot, it doesn't magically clean up.
No, it doesn't magically clean up. So I think...
because you dropped the soap and you're cleaning up the soap on the dirty spot, that will clean it up. Do you get it?
I get that, and it's a very interesting debate and concept. And I could see that as being a very heated debate between close...
Let's make it a heated debate, everyone.
With close people, typically I can imagine two guys in college having a couple beers and then debating it.
Yes.
Because they could be at us for hours trying to figure this out.
It really depends on how passionate you are about it. And which is why we're going to roll into the next one.
Ooh, you have me very curious. Yeah. All right.
Are women better at management than men?
Management. And there's a reason for that.
For some weird reason.
No. There.
I'm offended.
You shouldn't be offended.
Why?
I think people are, in general, either they are or they aren't. I don't think if they're a woman or a man.
It's not a gender.
It's not a gender thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it comes from one thing that I will tell you that I have seen mentioned many, many times over and over again. Women are multitaskers and men are not.
Okay, but can I give you
I think that's where it
add-on
comes
to
from.
that?
My add-on,
yeah. I'm not saying I'm full on board, but in a normal world,
I'm glad you qualified it, by the way. Okay, let's go ahead.
Girls or women are raised, oftentimes their moms show them like house tasks. Or you're surrounded by siblings, so you tend to learn management and basically multitasking skills through how you are raised. I'm not saying every girl is raised that way, but for the most part, I think from my side, I'm more management ready than both of my brothers. But that's because I'm a girl, and there's something about a mom doing things with, I think, a daughter.
So I do get part of what you're saying. So I don't disagree with that.
But both genders definitely can be.
But I think, and I'm looking at it from my professional side of things, and I don't see a difference. I think either some people are organized in their mind and they're able to balance things out, and it's personal, or they're not. And
your upbringing, I do feel like, has a very big part to it.
I would completely agree with you. Your upbringing definitely has that. But it's a fun debate because I know that everyone wants to draw the gender line on it, and you could toss that out.
I'm not a fan of grouping things, but yes, it is a thing.
And don't get me wrong, I would completely agree with Savannah if she told me that women were better at certain things than men were, and I would say, okay, and men are better at other things as well. And I think that's
really overgeneralizing.
That's an overgeneralization, but it is a little bit of wiring.
But for the sakes of this video,
yes, for the sake of this video,
we don't necessarily agree on either or.
I thought we did agree that we were going to be like gender neutral with that. We didn't agree?
Oh, no, I'm saying neither of us agree that men or women are.
Okay, so we're in agreement.
Yeah, we're on agreement. Oh, okay, yeah. High five. What are we doing? Baby five. It's what our son does. You try and give him a high five, he wants to give you the baby five. Yeah, if you don't know it, it's very cute.
Yeah, it is.
So second to last, We're going to generalize on this
Okay,
one.
this is gonna
because
be
we
fun.
have to.
All right.
Who gossips more, men or women?
Really?
Like, so what happened?
Yeah.
Who's the Hallmark Channel made for? Men or women?
Women.
Women. So I think the answer is women.
Okay, but there's something behind this though. Men just want to do something. Women want to talk about it.
Okay.
I want to talk about it. I want
I-
to talk about the specifics. I want to understand it.
I can tell you.
I want to see what can make it better next time.
In one situation,
This is a very serious situation.
we'll sum it all up for you. Do women go together to the bathroom in a public place?
Or seriously, you tapping into other
Okay.
videos now?
All right. Yes, I am.
Yes.
Okay. And,
Yes,
and what are they doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
They're just keeping
So,
each other company.
and then for men, it's like you
chatting.
go in there, you don't make eye contact. You don't
like
do
I
it.
said, you just want to do it.
You just want to do it.
And women
So-
just want to talk more. We are very, very social beings.
I don't think that men are not social beings. I think they are.
I'm saying in a social setting,
but
we
it-
like to crack something down. We want to
Yes.
get the nitty gritty.
Yeah, but I think this is.
Some are more than others, but
Oh my gosh! Otherwise, there wouldn't be reality shows. We didn't have
yes, there are some good ones out there.
those. Even the ones that I'll throw this out here. Just I'm not singling women out on this one, but I mean, like for example, Survivor. Talk about a drama-driven
Oh, it's very
reality show.
much-
That's men
it
and women,
is.
right? So very much the same thing there. But I would say generally, I think it's probably predominantly women.
All right, so we do agree on that.
I think
one.
we do.
All right, the very last one.
Oh, is
It's
this
gonna
a doozy?
Yeah, it's gonna be a dizzy.
Okay, all right.
You and I have to find an agreement on this one.
We have to agree.
Yes, so we're gonna have to decipher what the
Oh,
answer is.
Okay, so this puts extra pressure on us because now we're going to be debating, but
And you guys
need
can
to be,
debate against us now too.
absolutely
Remember that.
yes. That's always the case.
So, if animals could talk,
yes.
which animal would be the rudest and why?
Oh my gosh.
We have to think about this one.
I agree with you. I'm going to have to think about
You
this.
know
one.
what this makes me think about?
Zootopia?
No.
Where the world is filled with animals?
No. No, in our world that is filled with animals, you know, our favorite comedian.
Yes. We can say his name.
Yeah. Trevor Noah.
Yeah, okay, we can say Trevor Noah.
When
It's
he
all right.
talks about accents, that no matter what you say,
Oh my gosh.
the Russians sound like they're gonna.
Yeah,
kill
he
you.
he has a skit if you haven't seen it, and if you can appreciate the fact that people around the world and language is so different, but he's able to he's got a gift to imitate basically accents, and when he did this one about how different accents just you just could not in certain languages, and I have to admit, I think it's like you're trying to hear.
And if you're Russian, we're not.
no, we're not
we're
singling
picking
you
on
out.
you.
Not by any means. I mean, and honestly, you could throw German in there too as well. Some of these languages are so harsh in the way they their enunciation is.
I love you.
It's really hard to come back and say.
You want to kill me?
Yeah, it's like you real. How do you say that softly? And there are other languages, a lot like the Romance languages, that sound like everything they're telling you is like they love
Yes,
you.
like they could be like really talking down when you're saying something ugly, but it sounds so nice.
It sounds so nice, yes, as
like
they
they're
say.
buttering you
They're
up.
buttering you up, but they're really
But when you're
insulting
saying
you.
it in a Russian accent, I'm sorry, it
It-
doesn't sound that way. But
it's-
now we need to pick an answer.
We need to pick an answer.
The rudest
Oh.
animal and why?
Rudest animal.
What do you want from me?
You know which one it is? I've got it.
No.
Yes, yes.
I'm going to say it for you because I know which one you're thinking of.
What are you thinking?
The Hadida.
The Adidas, you got it. That is the animal. There's history behind
All right,
this.
we're going to insert a sound of the Hadidas just so everyone can
Yeah.
hear.
So
It's a bird in South Africa.
yes.
And for some annoying reason, every single time I would be in the middle of a conversation with Omar, and a lot of the time it was perfect timing with Omar teasing me.
Yes.
A bird would come overhead, and it was a Hadidas, and go, caw. And
So
it would
its sound was like it was mocking you. That's the sound it makes. So it's like, and then she would say something. It's like, well, the Adidas doesn't agree with you. Oh, the Adidas is there.
Oh,
Maybe you need to rethink that one.
And
And
every
it-
single time,
and then-
you just hear the caw, caw,
and,
caw.
and it was hilarious because I made
so
her.
you would find that
I
I
made
would
her
find
paranoid.
that the funniest animal, not the rudest animal.
Well, he's mocking.
Can
so.
I tell you which one I think would
Okay,
be
sure.
the rudest?
Which one?
A llama is the one that spits at you, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I would find that the rudest. They just spit at you randomly, although very cute, and I'm pretty sure it's super soft because we have stuff that's made from paca wool.
Yes, that's very true.
Yeah, I would say that one. You know what? There's probably other ones I'd say.
There's going to be a list here, and that's because of our little human interpretation of all these different things that come with it. But I think from a hilarious point of view, I think it's the Rudest mocking you.
Okay.
But I mean, it's not that I would exclude, a llama spitting on you either as being kind of like, that wasn't very nice.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there are a few animals, and we tend to obviously humanize their habits. The Rudest is really not thinking about anything in particular, but it is a hilarious thing to have. The llama, I think, would have to fit in that category too. So I think we can be in agreement. There's probably a few.
And
of
I
them
mean,
out
I
there.
don't think they honestly do it with any intention of getting at anyone. I think
I don't
it's
think
just
so either.
instinct. It's
I
like,
think
I'm gonna.
I think
Okay,
it's
can the editor
instinct.
make spit go across the screen?
I am curious, and I think it's a defense mechanism for them. So I think if you go up and say, "Oh, I'm just going to go and hug you," it's like they don't understand what that means, so they're going to have a reaction to it,
Okay,
which is not going to be.
I should have known you were going to pick that one.
Well,
we'll make sure the audience can hear what that
and they
bird
are
sounds
actually
like.
very interesting birds, and they are unique, I think, to
They
South
are
Africa.
natives to South Africa.
And so for me, I never heard one before until I went to South Africa.
It was pretty funny because Omar would, coming to America, Omar would be asleep upstairs, but he's been sleeping too long. So I would, on a very loud speaker, play this bird. And he would come out of sleep thinking, oh, it must have been in a dream. Or it's like,
of course.
It's like, but it keeps going and it keeps going and it's not stopping. And I had to keep putting it louder and louder. Eventually, he couldn't hear it enough that I put it right at the outside of our door. And eventually you came out.
Yeah.
After how many minutes of me playing that thing?
It was quite a few.
And it's like, who's mocking who now?
Yes, that was your way of getting back at me.
Yeah.
Because I would occasionally put it on and she'd look around. It's like all of a sudden her ears were in tune to it. And all the time before it was like background noise, right? Until I started talking about it. Then I was like, now she noticed it every time.
If you guys are a fan of this content and love watching us get at each other, this is something very common that we do.
There is a little bit of that happening.
We do hope it's engaging for the audience as well.
Yeah, and we would encourage healthy debates about fun and inane topics because you get to have a good laugh with your friends and family.
You don't always have to go to the very big controversial ones. Sometimes it's nice. Peanut butter or jelly? Which one? Peanut butter. You don't like jelly?
I used to have both.
Okay.
So it was like a nice combination.
I found it weird to mix both. I needed to have one or the other.
I think that's very an American thing to have,
both.
PB&J basically.
Okay.
So that was, but lately I would say my palate has changed and I prefer them separate.
Okay. I just wanted to end on that note.
Okay. That was a very good
peanut
note.
butter or jelly, everyone. And if you have any other interesting debate topics that you feel like you want to mention it. Then we can do another one of these.
We'll do another one of these.
And next time, I'm hoping if our audience engages as much as what we'd like, we can do a audience engagement debate where we strictly do ones that you have submitted.
I would love that. That would be great. So do join us in the fun and just have a nice, healthy debate and laugh.
So everyone, this is the Munch Corner podcast, still trying to figure out life.
And aren't we all?
Until next time.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.